Good morning. Good morning to you all. Golden Grace here. Hope all is well. I am excited and I have breaking news. Last night, before I went to bed, I checked to see how many subscribers I had, and I had 666 subscribers. I know that number is, but it was good news to me. So I wanted to share with you guys that I have 666 subscribers. I started this YouTube channel on the 4th of November, the day before elections were held in the States. I was in Jamaica. I went down to Jamaica because I wanted to follow up on my passport. I was all excited, as you know, as I told you, and I got to the window after 2.5 hours of waiting, and I found out at that time that the birth certificate that they had in their possession that I gave them, that I got from the United States in 2006 or so, did not have a gender assigned. Anyway, we're going to get past that. We're going to take care of that. We're going to take care of that in New York. We're going to take care of it. I'm going to get it all straight, and I'm going to give you guys the follow-up. So yes, just 10 days ago, yesterday was 10 days. The 14th was yesterday. Today is the 15th. 10 days ago. And I started this channel, and I said, I was so filled with all of what was going on and me considering my retirement in Jamaica. And I said, something, I need to get on video. I need to put all fear aside and get on video. And I got on video and I started explaining to all of you what has happened to me while I was in Jamaica. I started explaining to you, and that video alone has 11,500 views. And I'm saying, oh my goodness, how did this happen? How did this happen? How did this happen? So that's breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Golden Grace has 666 subscribers as of last night. Today's day 11. And this morning, of course, I had many more, 680 or close to it, something like that. And I'm saying, wow, what's going on here? What's going on here? I started this channel to talk about retirement, how we as women are going to deal with our retirement. A lot of us are single. A lot of us don't have a whole lot of money. A lot of us are trying to find ways of how to navigate this whole retirement thing going on, right? Going to be 65 in January. And I'm telling you, so I don't know, all of you ladies poured in, and men poured in, and people poured in of all different ages, all different demographics. I have people from France talking to me, people from London, people from Canada, a cousin of mine. I saw you on YouTube and called me up. I says, oh my God, what's going on here? I also had a lady come in yesterday from Norway, sweet as ever. And she spoke to me, and we commented back and forth, and I sent my love to her, and I send my love to all of you. And I want to tell you, all of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being with me. Those of you that are retiring, those of you that's not retiring, you may gain some information here. This is not about me. This is not about me. This is about you guys out there, me sharing what I've had deposited down in me, and what my experiences have been, and what my wisdoms have been, and what my faults have been, and what my mistakes have been. I just wanted to share, and I just wanted to come on here and explain and express what was going on with me in Jamaica. And look what has happened. So Golden Grace is shining. All of us together can make the beams all come together and can shine all together. Keep shining. I want all of you to keep shining. I want all of you to keep moving forward. I want all of you to think positive of yourself. When you look yourself in the mirror, think positive of yourself. Don't ever say anything negative of yourself. Be positive, be uplifting, be encouraging. Encourage oneself. What's that? David, the scripture of David, he had to encourage himself. Yes, we need to encourage ourselves. If it's daily, do it daily. If it's hourly, do it hourly. Do it. Make sure you keep yourself encouraged. And I want to speak to also those of you out here that are taking care of an elderly parent. A lot of us are coming up in age. Our parents are aging. Mine passed away last year. I lost my dad about 18, 19 years ago. And I just want to talk about keeping them close. Some of us are not raised with our mothers and fathers. Some of us are not close to them. But I want us to those of us that are, keep them close. Try not to, if you can, not put them in those nursing home facilities. Yeah, it's very detrimental to them. It's very hard on us too, because we need to work and we need to maintain our lives, and we have our families and we have our children and we have our grandchildren. Some of us have husbands, and we want to make sure that we, work along with them also and keep the family unit together. But we have to find ways to try to take care of our parents and not to put them in those homes. I know from my culture, it's not something that we do. My dad did end up in a nursing home near the end because he ended up with wounds on his feet and, diabetes and all these other things. And he had difficulty walking. So he ended up in a home and didn't last long. They don't last long. Those of them for other cultures, they don't last long. So just let's be mindful of that. Be mindful of how loving we are with them. Be mindful of how attentive we are. I know for my mom, the last 6 months or so, I had to take care of her. A couple of years been taking care of her, but really the last 6 months, 24 hours. Make sure you love on them. Make sure when you walk into that room, they have a smile on their face when they see you. Make sure, because when it comes down to the end, you just never know. You don't want to feel guilt. You want to be able to be at that funeral or cremation or whatever is taking place and not have any guilt. You make sure you take care of them. You make sure you love on them. You make sure you do what you have to do. Try not to put them in those homes, because we can see what happened a couple of years ago with a lot of them in those homes. It was almost like an experiment. And a lot of them didn't make it. So make sure, just keep that in mind. I don't mean to be on here all emotional, because I initially got on here. Breaking news. How many subscribers that I've achieved. But at the same time, I had to talk about this, how we deal with our elderly, because at one point it may be us, right? We want somebody to be able to clean us too and take care of us in a loving manner. Make sure. For me, I had to start my Social Security early. I had to take my Social Security early to maintain and, keep things going for me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because when I call Social Security after a couple of years, they're like, oh, well, you would have to pay that money back. So very interesting, right? But I want us to make sure that we take care of them, we love on them, and we are as good to them as we possibly can. Sometimes they don't want that nursing assistant coming in and bathing them. They don't want that person coming in and touching them in certain areas or certain parts. They're very, what's the word? They have a certain respect about themselves. I can't think of the word right now, and I love words. I can't think of the word right now, but they need their dignity. They have to maintain their dignity, and you have to be there. If you have to step in their stead and be the person that maintains their dignity, make sure, those of you that are nurses, those of you that are nursing assistants, and many of us are, make sure you're sweet. Make sure you're honest. Make sure you're open. Make sure you're loving. Make sure you really like what you're doing. You sign up for those 16-hour shifts. Make sure that you're going to stay and do the work the right way. I know you're going to get tired. You have to go sit down. You have to go in a corner someplace and hide out and rest. But you make sure you do what you need to do for those patients. You make sure you don't leave them dirty. You make sure you clean them. Those of them that have wounds, you call the other nurse in and you say, look, this is what's going on. Show them. Be honest. Be open. Be sweet. Be loving. You hear me? I'm not on here to cry, but I'm telling you, a lot of us are not doing what we wanted, what we're supposed to do. We're there. We want the money. We want the money. We want the money. We want the money. Yes, we need the money, but you must be loving and sweet and caring and empathetic. You hear me? You have to be. You can't be fake. You can't be fake. Really mean to do the job that you sign up for. You sign up for all these doubles, working all these hours, and you're making money. But how dedicated are you? How loyal are you? How loving are you? How attentive are you? Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Well, anyway, I just want to say a little bit of something. I don't mean to be all emotional and crazy, but that's part of me too. I just want to talk about that nursing thing, and I want to talk about the loving of our parents. And when they're gone, you miss them. So love on them when you have them. You hear me? Love on them when you have them. Breaking news. Golden Grace is crying. Breaking news. So what? I'm crying. It's from my heart. I love you all. I want you all to keep shining. I want you all to constantly be positive to yourself. Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let them say anything mean to you. Keep your head up high. You walk good. And I love you. Chat soon. Bye. And thank you.